Hi. Yeah, I was milking cows all my life, and decided 2 years ago to get into just crop farming and try to push the alternative energy sources like switchgrass, burning switchgrass for fuel. And what I thought was probably the best way of doing that was using it to dry corn instead of propane, where I get the entire savings of the displacement of the propane. I've read one article where you can get 300 gallons of ethanol out of an acre of switchgrass. And I figure I'm displacing 600 gallons worth of propane per acre out of an acre of switchgrass. Propane also has 20,000 BTUs per gallon more than ethanol does. So, and you figure the cost of the additional fuel cost of converting the switchgrass over into ethanol, I'm figuring you're probably going to make 3 times better net energy gain out of burning the switchgrass than you would by making ethanol out of it. Some guys are using between 500 and 3,000 or 4,000 gallons a day of propane to either custom dry their corn, or even individual farmers from the small dryer all the way up to the large custom operator. And you talk about 3,000 or 4,000 gallons of propane a day at $2 to $2.50 a gallon. You could considerably save a lot of money on the cost of the propane. Okay, we bale the switchgrass up. First we cut it out in the field, let it dry, air dry in the sun. So we're trying to do that probably next month, in the month of August. We'll cut it down, let it dry out, and bale it up just like you would bales of hay, small square bales. Then we store the bales in the barn and keep them until October, November, when it's time to start drying corn. Take them out, put them on just a plain skeleton elevator that we use for moving hay, with a DC motor on it and a controller on it, so that we can speed it up or slow it down. And if we need more heat, we speed it up. If we need less heat, we slow it down. And the bales are fed into a big burn chamber where you start the fire up and it starts burning, and it makes an awful lot of heat. And the more heat you can make, the bigger, hotter fire you can make, and mix the right amount of air with a small amount of fuel at a time, you'll get good clean combustion. From that, we're going to move it through a heat exchanger and get all the heat out of the air, out of the exhaust fumes, and put that into this dryer bin here where the grain is dried. Then the ashes come out the other end, and the fumes come out the other end. They're just pumped out into the air. But the beautiful part about this is the switchgrass is what they call carbon dioxide neutral. Carbon dioxide neutral means that the carbon dioxide is given off during the process of burning switchgrass, is absorbed the next year in growing the next crop of switchgrass, or was absorbed last year growing the crop that you're just burning. Versus propane, oil, natural gas is all new carbon dioxide given off from fossil fuels. So it's much better for the environment using switchgrass than it is propane or natural gas.